Random guy. Now we say the boy not the first, so Lord me say give me the chance, so let me show what the world what me can do. Let me show what the world what me can do. Mama is the cry.
Hi, I am Abelenkpe-Accra. Welcome to Question Hour on Deep Dive TV. Today we're having on our show Savior Tsigbe, who is an artist at Abelenkpe. So he will be taking us through how he started the work of art, the ideas, how he managed to convert his ideas on paper, the choice of colors, and everything that has to do with artwork. As you can see, he has a couple of them here, so he will be explaining to us why he decided to use these colors and even the whole idea behind him going into art. Then he also take his opinion on parents preventing their kids from going into the arts work with the perception that art is for lazy students, and then generally his advice he will give to the young generation that will be venturing into art work. I'll be talking to Savior Tsigbe, who is an artist at Abelenkpe. In fact, he's known as the artist wizard or wizard artist in Abelenkpe. So today we'll be having him on the show. He'll take us through how he started, how he normally puts his ideas on paper to communicate to society in terms of art. So stay with us. Okay, Savior Tsigbe, welcome to our show today.
Thank you.
So I'd like you to tell us, to take you through your journey so far in the art industry, how you started, why you did art.
Way back in the early 2000s, I discovered my talent. I used to draw these cartoons, Mickey Mouse and the rest. So I decided to do visual arts in the SHS. So when I got to SHS, I started practicing, continuous practice, and God has seen me so far, and I've produced all these artworks.
Okay, so you actually learn art in the SHS?
Yeah.
Okay, and that's when you discovered your talent?
No, I discovered it before
going to
SHS.
Okay, when you were a kid, you like drawing?
Drawing, yes.
So any small thing, you try to
put it on
recreate
paper.
it?
Yeah.
Okay, so after SHS, what inspired you to continue with the drawing?
Oh, looking at people's drawing and what they are doing, I think I can do more better than what they are doing. So that one inspired me. So when I get to the internet, I research and then I also learn what they are doing. Then I come back, sit down and then put my ideas on papers.
Okay, most people have this perception that art is actually kind of like for, excuse me to say, students that are not, maybe students that are dumb or lazy. So what do you have to say about that perception?
That if people having that perception is wrong, because it can never be for lazy students, and some are talented and some are gifted, so they want to prove to the world what they have in them. So it's not a lazy course or subject to do at all.
Okay, so how do you communicate your art to society? Let's say drawing this, for instance, when I look at it, how will I know that this is the message you are passing? Maybe this was the imagination behind the image.
Okay.
How do you communicate that?
For this one, it's a wildlife. Whilst we have some animals in the forest, and then we have the domestic one. And this one talks about the wildlife. For example, lion that lives in the forest.
Okay. So do you just do this for pleasure, or maybe you want to do it and sell it, make money, make a living out of it?
Okay, I do it and sell.
Okay. So how do you sell your art?
Selling on the Instagram, Facebook, going to exhibition, some Chaliwati Festival in Jamestown.
So basically you sell through social media and other exhibition centers. Okay, how is the selling going? Does it really sell in Ghana or in this community?
Oh, for in Africa, yeah, it depends on the market. So it's not that often to sell. So you can produce an artwork like 10. You have to keep it down. When there is an exhibition, then you go and sell it. But 2, 3, you will not be able to sell, or you can sell maybe only one. But when you do it like 20 pieces down, that one, when you have an exhibition, you can.
It attracts.
Yeah, it attracts lots of people.
So, have you been receiving negative criticisms? Maybe someone will say, "Oh, this art is not nice. This one you could have done it better." Have you been receiving such criticisms?
Oh yes.
So, how do you take them? How do you absorb them?
I have to accept it because I have to also learn from people.
Okay.
So you have to sit down and then correct all my mistakes and accept all my criticism.
Okay. So far, what is the story in the industry in terms of Ghana, the Ghanaian arts work industry? What do you think about it?
For Ghanaian industry, talks about this village scene and then abstract at something like this. The village scene normally communicates to we Africans. The one the people going to fetch water at the riverside.
Okay. So what are some of the ideas behind, let me say, this for instance? This art for instance.
This one for instance, normally when you get to this typical village, you see boys who are not going to school and they used to dress and roam.
The thing is kind of gangster.
Yeah, gangster. That roam about because of lack of money for them to attend school.
Okay.
School to continue their education. They become those stubborn boys in the neighborhood or the area.
Okay. So this, did you actually see a boy like this and decided to draw it, or
yes? It's a picture I painted and then I thought of it that in some society, students, some children are not going to school. So we have to do something to depict.
Okay, the kind of gangster like this. But then I was thinking, maybe is there a way you can communicate to them, maybe the boy dressing in a decent way, or this is how better communicate?
I can do it in a different forms. Yes.
Okay. So what are some of the challenges, for someone to start an artwork like this? How hard is it to start?
Challenges is lack of money. And then if you are not having the time, you can't do it. You have to sit down and then concentrate of a whole lot.
Okay.
But in African here normally is lack of money, and then get a better place to set up your small scale enterprise as well.
When you say lack of money, like, is it in terms of buying the equipment you use in advertising, or in drawing, or advertising space?
Oh, both advertising and then lack of buying tools and equipment.
Okay. So how do you go about it? Because all this drawing that you've done, maybe how do you get the
because apart from the arts, I also teach, so I save a little to support my artwork.
Okay, so you're actually investing in your artwork.
So the same way, when I get something small from the arts, I also save to help.
Okay. So who do you look up to in terms of artwork? Who do you want to be, like, or maybe who is your mentor?
My mentor is Tsigbey. Yeah, he does only portraits.
Okay.
But he's not into this village scene and other stuff. But he does the portraits.
So why do you look up to him?
His portrait looks attractive and he's very real.
Okay. Do you think art is actually important in our society?
Oh yes, it's very important. It communicates to a whole lot to us in our daily life.
This thing, for instance, what is the name?
Okay, these ones are the blending stuff. After shading, it depends on the size of the drawing you are doing, and then the size number is on it.
Okay. Hashtag.
Yes. When the drawing is small, you use it for the small site for the blending of tones up to the biggest size, which is 9.
So what will change if you use the 9 for a small drawing?
A small spreading of this thing will be wider than the small one.
Like how? Let's say
this small,
drawing.
Yes.
And we're going to use the 9 for it.
Big one. Even for you using it there, you will not feel comfortable than using the small one
because
of the size of
the image. Okay. So when you use the big one for big images, it fits in well.
It fits in well.
Okay. This one, it seems to be a stick.
No, this is a pencil also. It's a darker tones.
So do you sharpen it or just use it stick?
I sharpen it.
Okay. I think the pencil means inside. So you sharpen it and use it as normal pencil. So why did they do it this way? Is it because it's used for drawing?
Yes.
Or
this one,
handling?
yes.
Okay.
It's thicker than the normal pencil.
Okay.
This
But then
one.
I can see normal pencils here.
Yeah, this one too is for shading from 2/8 to 8B, which is sets of pencils inside.
So what is the difference between this and this?
This one,
because you can use this for the same purpose.
This one is more darker than this one.
So when do you use this and when do you use this?
Okay, when there is a dark tone, you apply it there.
When there's a dark
tone, yes. When you have the middle tone, the light tone, and then the darker tone. For the lighter tone, you use the HB, this one. You can see the difference is between for the sketch, for the lighter tone, this one for the middle tone, then this one for the darker tone.
Okay. Is it when you buy the set of pencils, it's always indicated or?
Yeah, it's always indicated.
That is the lighter tone.
The lighter one. 8B is deeper than the 3B.
But then it's written the super quality sketching tools. But then how will you know that this is for deeper tone? Or when it's written 8B, you know that for deeper, is it based on the number?
It's based on the number.
Okay, so do you have 1B?
No.
Okay. Okay, for 2B.
We have F here.
So 2B is for the lighter.
Yeah.
Okay, we have F.
Yes.
Okay. And this one? What is
this one too is a charcoal.
The normal charcoal?
Yeah. No, this one, they prepare it in a different way.
Okay,
it's used for the hair.
Okay. I thought it's
for the eyes also.
Okay, I thought it was the normal charcoal that we used to set fire. Okay. This one also.
This one, after using the blending stuff, when there is a dirt, you just rub it on it to clean it.
For it to be nice again,
yeah, then continue using it.
It's kind of like eraser.
Eraser, yes. When it's dirty, then you just wipe it off.
Okay, it's made in
different
layer. Layer. So when it's dirty, you just move it. Okay, that's nice.
To make the blending stuff.
Okay, that's nice. So that's how these tools here are always used by these artists. You know, some parents have this mentality that going into art is kind of like lazy work, so they wouldn't allow their students or their children to go into art. Because, for instance, my village like this, most people they'll see this, they'll think like, oh, this guy here is a lazy student. That's why he's drawing. Or that's why he's always sitting here doing this. What do you have to tell such parents?
Oh, the advice I have for them is that mentality, they should wipe it off their mind, because art is something God has given people to prove to the world, and then they should allow their works to do visual arts in school, which will help them. For instance, when you complete like this, you can open your small scale enterprise, which you get some income. But for other courses, when you offer other courses, setting up your own small scale enterprise, it becomes very difficult. But for the visual arts, improve your talent to your society, your community, and then the whole world as well.
Okay, art, is it only true talent? Maybe for me, how to even sketch this kind of like becomes so difficult for me. So is this something that you can learn and become like as you want to, or you have to go into it when you are talented, when you are doing art?
So it's not so. You can learn it and become even better than the one who is good.
And become better than the one who
yeah,
really.
If you really learn, it's always continuous practice. Focusing. You can specialize at one particular part if you want. Maybe portraits, landscape, forest scene, and then city scene. Okay,
so which aspect you went focus on?
My aspect is the portrait and then the village scene, the wildlife.
So why did you decide to focus on these areas?
The reason why I want to focus on these areas, I know we Africans, we like portraits much, that's why. And then this village scene too speaks a whole lot about our typical village and other stuff.
Okay, so basically your decision is being influenced by the society.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, looking at this picture, what I can see is an old man. Man or woman? Man, okay.
Yes.
An old man sitting alone under trees. So what is it talking about? What is the message?
Normally in our villages, sometimes you see old men sitting down under this palm tree and other stars of tree taking rest.
Okay. So why did you decide to use the palm nut trees instead of other trees?
The palm nut trees normally are in the villages.
Okay, they are normally in the society.
If you go to villages like this, you see them, and then the bushes at the back of the building.
Okay, so why is this place like, I think, is it red or so?
Yeah, that's the color of the ground. I painted it rough that way.
Okay, yeah. Let's say gravel.
Yes.
It's depicting that this place
the ground.
Okay, the ground. Okay. So basically the colors for this art has been chosen based on the environment.
Yes.
This is to depict the ground. And I
then
think here the sky.
and then the sky.
And this is for the trees.
Yes.
Wow. Okay. So what is, before we go, what's the last one you have to tell young people that want to venture into art? You know, those that want to draw, but then they always think that society might not accept them. What
I have for you is you should just focus on whatever you want to achieve in life and just work towards it and then keep on practicing. They should also take advice from those who have experience in the arts industry as well.
So how do you reach out to those that are already in the industry as young upcoming artists?
So I have someone who also does the arts. He's my senior. I also go there to learn, and then I have some children who I just organize classes for them. And we all work together. Yes.
Okay, in the process you pick ideas from them.
Yes, and some are getting it.
Okay. Yeah. So you actually want to build people around you.
Yeah,
you want to share your talent with them. So that they can also. Okay. Today on our show, Questions Hour on Deep Dive TV, our guest was Savior Tsigbe, who is a very renowned art guy in Abelenkpe here. In fact, most of the young guys have called him the art wizard. Okay, we would like to thank him very much, and then maybe we'll revisit him another time. Thank you for watching.
The life, me not forget the days when mama cry, me not forget the days when me suffer. Anytime I see I the benzo, anytime I see I the range, now me ask myself, me say when no, now me tell myself, not today, not today, not today, not today, not today, not today. Worry I start to the hustle, not today, not today. not today, not today, not today, not today. Warrior style, I the hustle.